Okay, if the answer is I don't have any screws at this moment in time, then I'm not going to bother trying to find some. We'll sort it later. Put that to one side and we'll mount this. Going to be a little bit awkward, but well, you get used to that when you're making models. Yeah, a little bit awkward. Everything's always a little bit awkward, and screws are always trying to escape, and things are always frustrating. See? There, that's what I was trying to do, get that through there. And then using 4 hands, I can then try and get that screw to go into there, like that. Can I drop this in there? That one's a little bit easier, just a tiny bit. And there we go. That's this section complete, apart from the mounting of the speed control onto there. I'm not going to do that at this moment in time, just because, yeah, I might actually, because I want to find some screws to mount those with. And I'm thinking, looking at this, thinking, you know what, that's going to be a bit of a pig to put in place. Let's have a, you know, to get under there. I can sort of do it. Hold the switch in place. Okay, it's not too bad. So let's have a look at the next section. Move things out of the way. That section is complete. Yeah, it is. It's then mounting this onto the base. Okay, so this is going to go somewhere like here. I've mounted that wrong. Yep, I've mounted that wrong. That doesn't go there. It goes about there. So, okay, well, this would have been easier to do before putting this end piece on. But, as I got it wrong, I'm doing it afterwards, and I'm not going to take the end piece off. I'm going to do it the awkward way. And, you know, punish myself for doing it. Sort of. It's not too bad. you know what I'm going to do before I do that. So that goes in there like that. Now actually I'm not going to tighten those two screws up just yet, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this first, because then I can just ease that slightly to make sure it's mounted correctly. So I'm going to take that clip out because it's going to be easy to get those screws. I'm going to want 4 BC2s. That's B, that's C. Use the machine screws out of here, and I'm going to want to put thread lock on, so I'm going to take that off. We'll drop thread lock into the holes before I put the screws in. So 4 machine screws, that's 1. That's 2. Quite why I call them machine screws, I don't know. Machine screws are bolts. Oh no, yeah, bolts. I guess. What's the difference between a bolt and a screw? I don't really know. I tend to think of screws as things that cut their own threads, and bolts that go into threads. But equally, I could imagine a screw being something you put a screwdriver into, and a bolt being something you put a spanner onto. So these would be screws, because you put a screwdriver into them. Don't know if that's the right way of describing them or not, but I know what I mean when I say what it is I say, so that's the main thing. You're not going to come out now, are you? Okay, sit that back over the top of there and start dropping screws into the slots. See if I can get them to not go upside down. That one didn't. Now then, are you magnetic enough to come out with? No, but I can get the ending. Oh, that's good enough for me. At least I can drop it back in that way. Right. Put the other 2 in before I fasten them down tight. Notice there's a cutout in here to, couldn't do that again if I tried. Cut out in here for the pop shaft to go through. I'll go underneath really, don't actually go through it. It's quite a way away from the battery, you don't want your pop shaft rubbing on your battery. Okay, that's all 4 screws in, so we'll just tighten them down. Let the thread lock do its job. And then we'll tighten this one up as well. That clip back in place. Where's the spring clip gone? Oh, there it is. Don't want to lose that. You can get them from a model shop. Okay, that's the battery box, I guess, and some sort of air receiver. Yeah, it's be an air receiver, I'm guessing, because that's a fuel tank, unless it's something I can have. No, there's no fuel filler on it, so that's an air tank. Another air tank there. And that's the fuel tank. I was going to say I had blue tank, but maybe there isn't one on this. So the next thing then is to start to put the light clusters on. I'm not going to... Is it? Do I want to do this now? These get painted, but you can get lighting kits, and at this point is when you put the lighting kit in, because these are sort of set up for lighting kits. So what do we have here? Just as potentially just a single It kind of looks like there's just a single element for a stoplight on these, no reversing light, although you know there's indicators and what have you. So I don't know, R10. Let me have a look at the lighting buckets. R10 is there, so there is space in those lighting buckets for two. Okay, yeah, for two sets of lights. One, so there'll be stop lights and there'll be indicators. The reversing light is a blanking plate. Well, how do they get mounted? Tiny screws. Okay. I'm not going to do this tonight. I'm actually feeling rather tired, so I'm not going to bother doing this tonight. I'm going to stop the stream in a minute. But yeah, these are mounting the lighting brackets on, putting the glasses on. Have I got glasses on this Scania? Did I put them on? No, I didn't. I left them off. Yeah, I think they sort of push on, but I left them off on the Scania in order to allow me to put electronic lights in, which I haven't done yet on the Scania. You can get lighting kits for these, but there's the lighting controller for it, which is a sound kit as well. It's a great big circuit board. It fills the cab, and you know, it doesn't need to. It shouldn't need to. So at some point I'll probably make something, you know, like with an Arduino or something similar, a PIC chip perhaps, which will be able to control the indicators and to control the stop lights, but not just at the moment. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. We've done I'm just feeling so tired. I've done quite a bit, relatively speaking. You know, we've mounted the fifth wheel, corrected the mistake, mounted the remote control for it, mounted the battery box, I'm assuming it is, an air receiver, the fuel tank, which is where in here is where the speed controller goes with its on-off switch, and the next thing will be to put the tail lights on. But I think that's it for tonight. and then the side skirts get mounted as well, but then they need to start to be painted. How do they get mounted somehow? I don't know. Okay, they just get screwed on like that, and for some reason there's something under. Okay, I can't be bothered tonight. We've E-ring tools. Oh, okay. Are they additional things? I've just seen that there. E-ring tools. I don't know if they're additional things or they're meant to be included or not. Yes, some of these parts are meant to be painted. Things like the glasses, for example. The lamp glasses get painted. But that will be something I'll do afterwards. Also, things like the side skirts get the body colour. They'll also need to be painted. I'm not going to paint them just yet. I'll probably assemble. Well, I may assemble them. May not actually. We probably won't mount them, or we may just mount them to take them off, and then we will sort of take them off and have to put the paint them afterwards. I have to work my way through what needs to be painted and what doesn't, so I'll do the major elements of the mechanical fittings, and then we'll do the painting and preparation of the main cab, and do that sort of after the fact. But I think that's it for this evening. Next stream will be on Wednesday, 7 PM UK time. That's 1800 hours GMT, when we will carry on with this from the whatever stage we're at now. Put these rear lamp clusters on, I guess, and take it from there, moving further forward. The front fenders, and after the front fenders, what's after the front fenders? The main body mount, and where the remote control is supposed to go in theory. Yeah, and then information about setting up the radio links, and then we're on to the tyres. Yeah, the tyres, and then we get onto the body mounts. So when I said we won't be building the body, we'll be painting the body before we build it. That's just a little. I don't think. There's a bit of toe out on there. We may need to adjust that. I'm just looking at the geometry of the wheels, and they look like they're toed out slightly. So with that, thank you for watching. Hope I'll see you all